Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to do something a little different and honestly, really cool. We're going to show you how to take your love for football and turn it into an amazing tool for learning French. Seriously, if you've ever felt like learning a new language is a bit of a chore, you're in the right place. I mean, we've all been there, right? You're staring at these long vocabulary lists, trying to wrap your head around complicated grammar rules. It can feel like a massive uphill battle. It can just feel like work. But what if I told you the secret to making it all click, and even making it fun, was to connect it to something you're already obsessed with, something you already know and love? Well, that is exactly what we're going to do. We're taking a real headline from the world of football, and we're going to turn it into our own personal French classroom. By the end of this, you'll be talking about the big game in a whole new language. So, what's the headline we're working with? A huge one. A massive result from the Champions League. Manchester United pulled off a thrilling victory against Paris Saint-Germain. It was a huge match, for sure. So, how would we talk about this in French? All right, let's get into it. We're going to build ourselves a little French toolkit. We'll break down the most important words from that headline piece by piece to really build a solid foundation. First up, the most important word from any win, la victoire. Hear that? La victoire. It means, you guessed it, victory. A word every football fan absolutely loves to hear. Go on, try saying it. La victoire. Okay, next one, l'équipe. L'équipe. This just means the team. It's simple, it's essential, and you're going to hear it all the time if you're talking about sports in French. And of course, you can't talk about a game without this word, le match. Again, that's le match. As you can probably guess, it means simply the match. So how do we describe the game? Well, it was thrilling, right? So we use the word excitant. Let's hear it. Excitant. That's the French word for exciting, a perfect way to describe a last-minute winner. And finally, we have the competition itself, La Ligue des Champions. One more time, La Ligue des Champions. You can probably hear how close that is to the English, the Champions League. Okay, so now let's start stringing these words together into actual sentences. For step one, if you want to say Manchester United has won, in French that is, Manchester United a gagné. Simple. For step two, to say it was an exciting match, you'd say, C'était un match excitant. And finally, for step three, the team played well in the Champions League becomes, L'équipe a bien joué dans la Ligue des Champions. See how we're starting to build real thoughts here? All right, this is it. The moment of truth. We've learned the words, we've put them into sentences. Now it's time to put it all together and tell the entire story of the match. You can do this. So let's hear the full story in French. Manchester United a gagné contre Paris Saint-Germain. C'était un match excitant dans la Ligue des Champions. L'équipe a bien joué. And what does that mean? It means Manchester United won against Paris Saint-Germain. It was an exciting match in the Champions League. The team played well. Fantastic. Just like that, you can understand and describe a major football result in French. How cool is that? So here's the bigger picture. This isn't just about one football match. This is a playbook. It's a method you can use for any passion you have. Whether you love cooking or movies or video games, you can use this exact same approach to learn any language. Think about it like this. Learning new words, your vocabulary, that's like practicing your dribbling. It's the basic skill. Then, forming sentences, that's like passing the ball, linking those skills together into something bigger. And finally, having a real fluent conversation, well, that's scoring the goal. That's the moment it all comes together. But to get there, you gotta practice. So here are a few simple drills. Repeat the sentences we learned out loud. Write them down. It really helps lock them in your brain. Then, go find the match highlights on YouTube with French commentary. And if you're really feeling brave, try to find a French speaker and discuss the match. That's how you get better. And just remember this, okay? Be patient with yourself. Language learning is absolutely a marathon, not a sprint. The key is to stay consistent and, most importantly, keep finding ways to make it fun. That is how you win in the long run. So, we've seen how the beautiful game can unlock a whole new language. Now, the only real question left is, what passion are you going to use to learn next? Thanks so much for joining us for this one. We'll see you next time.